guys and welcome. Today we're playing City Skylines. Well, I say today, for the next little while. It's basically what SimCity should have been. It's made by a smaller dev company. I'm not sure who it is. It's quite old now, but it is basically what SimCity always should have been, and I've always been quite a big fan of SimCity. So we're going to give it a go. Now, what city should we choose? It seems like River Run. Oh wow, that's loud. Okay, let's turn this down a second. There we go. That's better. It seems like Green Plains or River Run's probably the best option. Let's go for River Run. Now, I have played a bit of this before. I've got a vague idea what I'm doing. I say vague, it is very, very vague. I have tried several times and always gone well over the top. And failed miserably, almost instantaneously. It's pretty impressive. I just can't get enough people in quick enough to pay for everything. I think the problem I'm having is I'm trying to go too big too quick, so we're going to try and do that, or not do that, as the case may be. I've got no idea how it's going to run while recording either, so this is going to be entertaining. Seems pretty damn smooth, so where are we? We're here. Right, so first off, before we do anything, we need to get some roads in. Now, I kind of want to join these roads together, but I'm not sure how. I'm not going to do it like that. So, let's think about this. We go for just a short little bit of an extension there, and a short bit of extension. Won't worry too much about that side of things for now, I don't think. We have a one-way coming off here at sort of that angle. I think so that should stop. No, it should stop just bad times happening. We'll snap another one to there. Snap one to there. So that's going to be one way, and then we're going to need to stretch this out like that, so we can come back into it in a minute. Want a bit of curvy road, just a nice little bit of curvy road, so we can join that one way back in. And that is basically going to be the basis of our starting. We need £240 or wait, 240. Let's go with pound. That's the same. Noise pollution 25. Yeah, boom. I think we'll probably be better off going that way. So my question is then, what way does the old water run in this fair country? Water runs that way. Now you have to take into account for. Give it to me. You have to take into account for things like sewage and stuff, not running a different way. So we're going to put one of them there, one of them there. Run a massive pipe to there, like that, and try and cover as much area as possible, like that. So that's that sorted, and then we just need. Let's just put 2 here for now. I think if we have 2, that should cover us, and then power all the way to. I need to extend that road a little bit before I know where to put the power. Let's just go to there. Oh, bendy road. That's not what we want. We don't want bendy roads. We want normal roads. Like that. Then I think what we're going to do is have them join at that sort of section there. So we need power. Let's put the power there because it should sort of merge through the housing. I'm hoping. That's the way it used to work. The houses themselves used to carry the power. So then we're just going to make all of that residential. And we're going to put a bit of commercial in the centre. Now hopefully we shouldn't get ruined too hard with things. Yeah, I know I can bulldoze. What is the wind blowing? Wind's blowing that way. So in this segment, the best place to put all your wind generations here, because it's a darker point. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to work alright. Or we've got this bit down here, but it's a bit far away from where we are at the minute. That segment is going to be pretty interesting, as is that one. Got quite a few connections here, but yeah, you get massive maps. Why has that got no power? Are you being serious? Was it just tiniest bit too short? Why would you do that? The level of detail in this game is insane. I mean, graphics aren't turned right the way up, but it's still incredible. So let's see what's going on here. So we've got buildings coming up, we've got people moving in, and our residential demand is going down. So we're looking pretty good. We're still losing money, which concerns me, but I don't think we're losing that much money. We're losing a bit, but not massively. So if we have a look at our water, so oh wait, we've got no sewage treatment, so I'm just going to have to dump that out there. So if we go back into budget and open the water panel as well as the budget, really? Can you do it this way? Let's pull that down to 50% and pull that down to 50% to try and minimise our costs. I think we should still have enough power. Yeah, we've got plenty of both. Look in here, budget, pulled right down. So we're spending as little as we can on that, and yet we're still struggling like mad for money already. Let's throw some industrial in there, there. Basically trying to get as much going in here as possible. Throw some of them in. Because the last thing we want to do obviously is run out of money. So I'm going to build a dirt track here a little bit. Up here. Because dirt track's going to be the cheapest option. Let's try and get it somewhere vaguely parallel. Plonk that in there like that. So now what we can do is make more residentials, and we are slowly beginning to get some power, get some money coming in here. It is always quite a big issue getting money in the beginning. It's alright once you get going, but it's definitely not the why has that just done that? Why? You should be getting power. You should be able to carry it through there. I think. I'm sure that's how that used to work. Why have we run out of water? Oh, you got no power. Why have you got no power? We need to take it there. It's not that we're not electrically available, so I don't really know why we're running out of power quite quickly. But as they get water back, they should start to cheer up again, and our costs are going down quite nicely. What's traffic look like? Got a bit of heavy traffic there, but not too bad. And general flow in the town isn't too bad. So now I believe it's just a waiting game for a second or so. Residential happiness 31%. Half. Nobody cares about you. You're industrial. Generally, we're pretty good. Commercial's happy. Got no offices, and residentials aren't massively happy, but who cares about residential? Our general happiness is alright. So, you're all very pretty buildings here, aren't you? I don't think our traffic should be too bad with the way I've laid it out, because that's two-way. A two-way looping onto one way. And this could cause an issue here. But I don't believe it will, so I don't think it's on stoplights. think it's just a no turning, so we're alright there. Got to work out what I'm going to do with this now. Let me finish what I'm doing there. I think we're just going to have to wait until we've expanded to a certain degree, and then work with that. So, what do we do now? I think the next sort of move, once we get into the money a little bit, would be to pull that down a bit further and run it along the coast, like that. Let's just leave that for a minute and let's put some commercial along here. Don't want it all the way down. Let's go from here, say that much and that much, and then a bit of residential here and here. Sweet. So we are getting there slowly but surely. Our general demand's pretty low. Why have we got no power again? Right, so we've got no power because we haven't got enough electric, so let's bump that up to 60% of budget, shall we say? I think 60% of budget's reasonable, and it brings our electric availability right back up. So we're on 5 megawatts and we're consuming 4 and we're producing 5, so it won't be long before we need to put another one of them in, but hopefully we can hold off on that, I'm hoping, because the last thing we want to do is kind of overcook ourselves. We're going to, I think what I'm going to do in the long term is possibly make a connection there with there, and then have this as a bridge over the river, and that be the main access to this side and this interstate, highway, motorway, whatever you want to call it, depending where you are in the world. But we're set up pretty nicely here. We've got a bit of money coming in, so I think we're doing pretty well. We've got a general sort of idea. Let's have a look at the traffic, make sure the traffic's not murdering it. Where is it there? So traffic around there is not great for some reason. I'd have thought that would have been pretty good, to be honest. And traffic there is not great. So if we come out of that loop, let's just check these junctions. So that isn't a stop junction. That's just a go as you will junction. And I have no idea what's going on here. There's just they're double parking. I see what's happening. Why are you doing this? You fools! We're already nearly at 300 people, so we're doing pretty damn well, to be honest. And why have you got not? Why do you not have electricity? Oh wait, because we're not producing enough again. So let's knock that up to 70%. It really is a fine balance with this. So we're consuming 6, staying ahead of ourselves. We're not massively kind of ahead of ourselves, but we're staying just enough to keep that money coming in, and that, my friends, is what matters. I mean, when we get huge, we're going to need like 3 of these here, 3 of these here, and it's going to be pretty crazy. But as it stands at the minute, we're alright. What I might try and do is attach like a road off of this, like a one-way slip round to the edge of the map, down, and then sort of in here. Let's try that. Just watch it bankrupt us. So if we take one of these curvy roads, and we take a curve, and we pull it sort of there, and then just bump like that, and then a curve there to a curve there. The thing I am very cautious of is how much this is going to cost us. That's going to cost us 2,000, and I think if we do a sort of nice easy flowing curve there with another nice easy flowing curve there, I mean this is going to be quite costly in the short term, but I think it might be a quite large benefit in the long term, and you can go and moan to someone else. Because now what that allows us to do is zone all of this as residential, except am going to put another one-way stretch in from there up to there, so it allows people from here to go up that way as well. And we're going to run basically almost like a block system down it to try and maximise sort of the potential of the area. So let's go to here, let's run that down to there. So sort of like an old school grid method. And then do we want two ways in between them? Do we just have a one way? I think that's about as maximised as it can get for now. So now it's just a case of fill everything in residentially. Just like that, and that. That long stretch, and them, and them, and then we'll just have a little bit of industrial here, so it's close, it's not far to travel, blocked up by some commercial. Just like that, he says. So these guys here have got water. Pull a line out to there, then pull a line from here up to here, and then a line from there along there. So that should cover everyone just about. And then what's the electric situation like? The electric situation isn't that great, and we're running out of power again. This is where bending the budget becomes quite important. Let's hit that up at 100% and see what we are producing. We're consuming 8, producing 15, so we're actually alright to sit like that for a minute. Water! They need the drinks. Some of these somehow don't have water. Drink! Enjoy yourselves, and that will just spread out as people move in. Awesome! We've reached a little hamlet. So we've got an elementary school, a medical clinic, and a landfill site. So we now need to think about where we're going to put these, because placement of these is very, very important. So that can supply all of... Where can I put this that is going to supply the most people? We could put one there, and really we ought to put one there. I mean, it's gonna... That was a really bad place to put that. Like a really bad place to put that. So the problem we have, let's actually, because that's all one way. Oh, this is going to get expensive. Let's bulldoze that. Yeah, alright, you're about to get another one, so just quit your bitching and put that in a much better place. And then that can deal with all of that. Ooh, we're nearly out of money. Yeah, I thought we would have this issue. That's going to be 10,000 for a medical clinic. Oh, we've done that. We need a school, which is 10,000. So, just out of curiosity, is it not going to... Oh, what button did I press? It's not going to show me a roadmap until we can afford it. That's annoying. And once again, we're running out of money. And we're nearly up on the limit of what we can sort of afford or produce. It's still well over the top on water. So we're on 14,000, 15,000 per week, and we're maxed out at 30,000 at the minute, and the same for sewage. So we're in pretty good shape, to be fair. Electric's sucking a little bit, as you can see here, by these people that aren't very happy with me because they have no power. But that is easily solved with a couple of islands there and there. Power. Power. Get your power. Get your power needs. And then once everything's all connected, and stuff, we can take a lot of these power lines out. It is just a case of waiting for things to fill in. The only ones that we're going to have to keep are like there. We're going to have to keep these ones here once everything's filled in and connected up. So, I think that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it for today. I'm going to just sit here and watch the money roll in for a minute. I think, because actually we could... Let's see what happens when we max speed it for a second. How hard is it going to be to keep up with everything that's going on? You just go to normal view. They're happy, getting more houses. Really, I want this school in before I call the episode. So, let's see if we can do it. Let's have a look at our situation. They're all very nice little houses, aren't they? Very suburban. I think this one-way system is going to help reduce traffic. I really need... That's quite a lot of land pollution. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. I'm gonna work out what I'm gonna have to do with this road. Ooh, we're out of water. Ooh, I didn't see that coming. I thought we were going to be alright. So, knowing that we can afford it, let's bump that up to 100%. It's gonna crash our income, but it should help us in the long run. So, water alright. Ooh. Okay, power we're struggling with. If we put on 110%, how does power look there? Okay, so I think the best option here is going to be put another one there. Realistically, I mean, could do another one there. Kind of ruined our plan for putting in, 950, we're a worthy village. So we've unlocked districts, policies, second loan, industry specialisation, services policies, unique buildings, police department, fire department, forestry and agriculture specialises, power usage, water usage, smoke detector distribution, that would be worth looking into, police station and firehouse. So just quickly before I call the episode here, what do you mean? They're fine. This is 1%. Open the budget panel. Why are you being awful? Why are you being useless? So, I'm not going to screw with the taxes. I was going to look at the policies, which I believe is here. Upkeep 5 cents per building. Right, let's do that. Cut the shower times and harder. Power usage. I think it's probably worth doing that as well, just in the early run, just to keep us going and keep us smooth. I know why they can't get there. Right, we need to fix this road before anything else. We need to just... It's gonna annoy people, but it's just the way it's going to have to be for a hot minute. We're going to send it up like that, and then I really don't want to do this. We're just going to have to like connect it in there, because I don't want two main thoroughfares at the minute. I just want to keep it the singular one. So I think that was kind of our best option there. They're not going to be happy living right next to a garbage dump, are they? So now, hopefully, excuse me, looking at the garbage map, yeah, they can now get everywhere. Cool. So I think, god damn it, everything happens so quick. Fire department. If I put that, oh, okay, we're having budget problems here. We are having budget problems. So open the budget panel, close that budget. Let's knock the budget down to that 80%, and again 80%. I think it's probably the best way to do it. Maybe we need. I think we like fully. Don't care about districts. Go away. I'll do districts later. We need to sort this out. We need so much is happening all of a sudden. I wasn't ready. Zone up there. and there, and there, and there. Oh, you shouldn't have been burning things, should you? Really? A bit stupid, wasn't it? Hope you feel bad about yourself. I think that is all we're going to be able to do for this. We're just going to have to keep waiting for people to move in and stop setting fire to themselves. Should probably do something about that, but it costs so much money. It costs so much money. And if we put that there, it won't serve any of these. Won't serve any of these. Best place I could probably put it for the meantime is there, to serve as many residents as possible. Police, can't afford to do anything about. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this episode here. I'm going to sit and try and work out what to do with this money situation, and I will get back when we're a bit more stabilised, I think. So if you guys, let's pause it before we die completely. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to poke that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.